We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
Another episode in what can only be called the most perplexing endorsement arrangement in recent memory is being watched by the basketball community. Commentators are going for the mute button instead of the rewind button as Angel Reese keeps showing highlight clips. Since someone believed the XFL was a wise purchase, industry insiders are starting to speculate about what could be the most costly error as her trademark Reebok sneaker is scheduled to debut in 2026.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
Americans as a whole hold their breath when Angel Reese takes the court, and not in a positive way. She has accomplished something genuinely amazing in her sophomore season, shooting 31, 5% on layups, and trying the third most layups in the league. Give that some time to marinate. This 6 feet 3 inches professional basketball player is missing shots that high school junior varsity players make while they sleep.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
Reese has become an inadvertent comedy act due to the logical impossibility of being thus ineffective at point-blank range. She missed 4 straight putback attempts in 12 seconds during one particularly famous stretch against the New York Liberty, 2 of which were blocked. The video became a master tutorial in transforming a basic basketball play into performance art, but for all the wrong reasons, it went viral more quickly than a TikTok dance.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Also with the miss, Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
This season, she has a solid field goal percentage of 4%, which seems amazing until you consider that the majority of her attempts are from just under the hoop. Professional basketball players, for instance, usually convert layups at rates of between 70 and 80%. The simplest basic basketball shot has been transformed into a coin flip by Reese.
Spin cycle, the Angel Reese, face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap, cook up, crossover. Crossover right to the rack, and but we got our own rebound. Beautiful. We got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again. A little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another. But don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. Point forward, Angel Reese.
The response from those who are paid to make every play sound exciting is the clearest sign of how terrible Reese's shooting has become. Professionals with extensive training, NBA and WNBA commentators, are able to make a standard free throw sound like the shot that is heard all over the world. However, these same commentators struggle to remain composed when Angel Reese gets close to the basket.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record. Look at her resume in the WNBA.
If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to subscribe. In a recent game, following yet another baffling miss on what should have been a routine layup. One of the commentators couldn't help but let out a chuckle, clearly picked up on the broadcast. This wasn't a lighthearted laugh over a surprising flub. It carried the weight of disbelief and professional frustration. When the very people tasked with hyping up the sport start laughing at your performance, you've entered a territory most athletes never even graze. These moments haven't just drawn attention. They've spawned an entire subculture online. Social media is flooded with highlight reels of her missed layups, racking up millions of views. Fans have taken to editing the clips with clown music and slow-motion effects, turning them into full-blown spectacles. This isn't the kind of virality that sells sneakers or lands endorsement deals. It's the type that makes brand managers and PR reps second-guess their strategy, and maybe even their career path.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at...
Individual performance problems might go unnoticed if they happen on a successful team, but the Chicago Sky's incredible incapacity to win basketball games accentuates Angel Reese's difficulties. The Sky, who are currently at 721, have combined Reese's shooting difficulties with a team effort that would make a recreational league blush. The team is currently on a losing skid of 8 games. The fact that they've lost all 5 games without Ree because of her recent back ailment is possibly the most telling. This leads to an intriguing conundrum. The squad is significantly worse without her, even though they are unable to win with her. It's similar to witnessing someone standing in a burning house and whining about a malfunctioning air conditioner.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts winning.
Coach Tyler Marsh has done his best to paint a hopeful picture, but even his most tactful remarks can't mask the underlying problem. The Chicago Sky have centered their team around a player whose most reliable contribution so far is unintentionally fueling the internet's blooper economy. When your franchise cornerstone is best known for missing shots that wouldn't faze a blindfolded 8th grader, expectations for a championship start to recalibrate downward. Reebok's decision to position Angel Reese as the centerpiece of their basketball comeback initially looked like a calculated risk. Under Shaquille O'Neal's leadership, the brand made Reese their flagship signing and is planning to release her signature sneaker in 2026. On the surface, the move made sense. A young athlete with strong online following and perceived room to develop. But the gap between theory and execution is vast and often unforgiving. What looked like a smart business move on paper is now resembling an origami crash landing. Reebok CEO Todd Krinsky has gone so far as to liken Reese to icons like Shaq and Allen Iverson, suggesting she has the same ability to shift culture. That comparison, however, feels more heartbreaking than hopeful, especially when you remember that both Iverson and O'Neal were dominant forces on the court. Now, industry insiders are wondering if Reebok truly understood the bet they were making. When a company invests in an athlete, they're not just buying into current stats. They're wagering on future impact. And in Reese's case, that trajectory seems to be consistently heading one way, straight at the bottom of the rim, before bouncing sadly into the front row.
Who I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to. I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you were fucking lucky, cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post on social media.
Of all the twists in this ongoing basketball saga, perhaps the most quietly welcome has been Angel Reese's recent back injury, which has kept her off the court for several games. While no one cheers for an injury, Her time on the bench has offered a much-needed break from the steady stream of viral clips showcasing her most baffling on-court missteps. The timing couldn't have been better for anyone involved. The injury arrived just as social media reached its saturation point with videos of missed layups, circus music, and slow-motion edits. With Reese temporarily out of sight, fans and analysts alike have had a moment to cleanse their basketball palates and recover from the weekly reminder that professional athletes aren't supposed to miss point-blank shots. For Reebok's marketing team, it's been an unexpected window to regroup, an opportunity to figure out how to pitch a sneaker line tied to a player best known for not scoring. It's hard to sell.
Great ideas. Wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Performance gear, when the performances are the punchline. Even more conveniently, the injury came ahead of the game against the Indiana Fever, led by Reese's college rival, Caitlin Clark, who, unlike Reese, has managed to carry her college dominance into the WNBA without losing a step. With Reese sidelined, fans were spared what could have been a painfully
terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki area.
From a business standpoint, the Angel Reese situation serves as a compelling example of how modern athlete endorsements can unravel in real time. Reebok has poured substantial investment into an athlete whose on-court struggles directly conflict with the core idea behind sports endorsements. Success fuels inspiration. Historically, endorsements thrive because fans aspire to be like elite athletes. People buy Air Jordans to be like Mike. They rock LeBron's gear hoping to tap into his championship aura. But what's the sales pitch for Angel Reese's signature shoe? Now you too can miss wide open layups like a pro. In response, Reebok has tried to shift the narrative, focusing less on Reese's game and more on her personality, confidence, and cultural relevance. She's bold, unapologetic, and commands attention on social media. That kind of branding might resonate with lifestyle markets, but it hits a wall when your flagship product is meant for serious basketball performance. There's a fundamental disconnect. It's tough to convince consumers that your shoes elevate performance when the face of the brand regularly displays a baffling disregard for basketball basics. When the message becomes more about attitude than ability, the credibility of a performance line starts to crumble.
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Oh, yeah, Angel. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
Angel Reese's ongoing struggles might be easy to overlook if she were part of a roster built to balance out her weaknesses. Unfortunately for the Chicago Sky, the team around her seems almost tailor-made to expose, rather than cover, her flaws. With an offense that fails to generate quality scoring chances, Reese's already shaky shot selection becomes even more glaring. The coaching situation only adds to the drama. First-year head coach Tyler Marsh has a daunting job of constructing a competitive system around a player whose most consistent output isn't points or assists, but viral clips. It's like being handed a luxury car with square tires and told to win the Indy 500. What's even more revealing is what happens when Reese is out of the lineup. During her injury-related absence, some of the team's offensive metrics actually saw modest improvements. Despite the losses continuing to pile up, this raises uncomfortable questions about whether her presence on the floor, despite solid rebounding numbers, is actually lowering the team's overall basketball effectiveness. It's a confounding case of numbers versus impact, the kind of scenario that keeps coaches up at night and has front office executives nervously polishing their resumes.
stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. Or on TikTok. He's put together a load of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
In today's social media-driven world, there's a case to be made that Angel Reese's missteps have actually catapulted her to a level of visibility that conventional success might not have achieved. Her botched layups rack up millions of views. Her questionable on-court choices quickly morph into viral memes. And her often baffling play offers an endless supply of material for sports pundits and content creators alike. This dynamic has created a strange kind of value, where athletic underperformance becomes its own brand of entertainment. Reese has morphed into the basketball version of a reality TV celebrity, famous not for excellence, but simply for being seen. Her notoriety isn't rooted in skill or accolades, but in the spectacle itself. For a brand like Reebok, that kind of attention is both a temptation and a gamble. Do you invest in someone who reliably draws eyeballs, even if the buzz is largely negative? The problem is viral fame based on failure comes with an expiration date. Audiences inevitably grow tired and move on to the next trending punchline, leaving behind signature shoes and sponsorships that no longer resonate. There's a crucial difference between being unforgettable and being worth remembering, and brands that confuse the two risk becoming footnotes in marketing misfires.
Like, she is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
As the 2026 release date for Angel Reese's signature shoe draws nearer, the pressure is mounting. Reebok has already poured significant resources into the rollout, teasing the design, launching early promos, and hyping the shoe as a potentially culture-shaping release. But the problem with culture is that it often takes its own direction, and the narrative forming around Angel Reese has increasingly become one of confusion and criticism rather than celebration. Within the industry, quiet conversations are growing louder. Some insiders suggest Reebok is considering a shift in strategy, potentially rebranding the shoe as a lifestyle product instead of a high-performance basketball sneaker, an implicit admission that linking Reese to elite basketball play is becoming harder to justify. Others speculate that the launch could be postponed indefinitely, giving time for the storm of viral lowlights to die down, or perhaps for Reese to reshape her public image. The most cynical observers believe Reebok might already be exploring a quiet way out of the deal, though the company has publicly doubled down on its partnership. The cold reality of aligning a performance brand with ongoing athletic shortcomings is becoming increasingly difficult to brush aside. At some point, even the most loyal stakeholders start demanding to see a return on their investment. The Angel